The most dangerous man in the room isn't the one with the loudest voice, the fastest wit, or the most aggressive posture. It is the man who has mastered the art of doing absolutely nothing while everyone else is panicking. We live in an era of constant, frantic noise. From the endless notification pings on our phones to the pressure of social media, we are conditioned to believe that to be relevant is to be heard. We feel an inherent, almost biological itch to explain ourselves, to defend our egos, or to fill an awkward gap in a conversation. We've been told that the squeaky wheel gets the grease. But in the world of high-stakes influence, leadership, and personal power, that old proverb is a lie. The 5-second secret flips the script entirely. It turns silence from what many perceive as a social vacuum into a potent, strategic weapon. When you observe high-status individuals, men who command respect without demanding it, you will notice a common thread. They are remarkably comfortable with the void. Most people are terrified of a lull in conversation. They see silence as a failure, a sign that they are boring or that the interaction is dying. But a powerful man sees silence as a filter. When a difficult question is leveled at him, when a colleague tries to undermine him in a meeting, or even when an insult is thrown his way in a heated moment, he doesn't rush to respond. He doesn't trip over his words in a desperate attempt to defend his honor. He waits. He gives himself exactly 5 seconds. In that 5-second window, the entire power dynamic of the room shifts. By refusing to react instantly, you are communicating to everyone watching that you are not controlled by your environment. You are demonstrating that your internal state is governed by your own logic and pace, not by the provocations or expectations of others. This is the essence of emotional sovereignty. While others are slaves to their impulses, firing off retorts they will later regret, the silent man is processing, calculating, and, most importantly, observing. Think about the biological reality of a confrontation. When someone challenges you, your body's fight or flight system kicks in. Your heart rate climbs, your breathing becomes shallow, and your brain's amygdala screams for a quick reaction. This is the reactivity trap. Most men fall into it headfirst. They speak from a place of defense, which is inherently a position of weakness. By implementing the 5-second secret, you are forcing your prefrontal cortex, the logical, calculating part of your brain, to take the wheel. You are transitioning from a reactive animal to a proactive strategist. But the power of this secret isn't just internal. It is profoundly social. In any interaction, silence is uncomfortable for the average person. We are social animals who crave harmony, and silence feels like a disruption of that harmony. When you meet an aggressive statement or a complex question with 5 seconds of calm, steady silence, the person across from you begins to feel the weight of their own words. They start to wonder if they said something foolish. They begin to second-guess their own position. Because you haven't given them the relief of a response, they will often keep talking just to break the tension. In that rush to fill the silence you've created, they will almost always reveal more than they intended. They will backtrack, they will offer unsolicited apologies, or they will reveal their true hand in a negotiation. You win simply by doing nothing. Consider words as a form of currency. This is a fundamental law of human value. If a country prints too much money, the value of that currency hyperinflates until it is worthless. The same principle applies to your speech. If you are constantly talking, narrating your every move, explaining your every decision, and sharing every fleeting thought that crosses your mind, your words lose their weight. They become cheap. People stop leaning in to hear you because they know you'll keep talking regardless of whether they're listening or not. But the man who understands the 5-second secret treats his words like a rare resource. He weighs them behind a barrier of silence. He ensures that when he finally does speak, his words are targeted, precise, and final. He doesn't offer change, he offers value. This creates a specific kind of respect that is only afforded to those who cannot be easily read. Predictability is the enemy of influence. If someone knows exactly what button to push to get a reaction out of you, they effectively own you. You become a puppet and they are pulling the strings. By introducing a consistent 5-second delay, you cut those strings. You become an enigma. This creates a natural gravity around you. In professional settings, People become more careful with how they speak to you because they know you are truly listening and truly calculating. They realize that you aren't playing the same frantic game of social validation that everyone else is playing. You aren't performing. You are present. There is also an element of attraction and charisma hidden within this silence. There is a deep-seated human instinct to be curious about that which is withheld. A man who speaks less is often perceived as being more intelligent, more competent, and more self-assured than he might actually be. Silence acts as a canvas upon which other people project their respect. While the talkative man is busy exposing his flaws and insecurities through his constant chatter, the silent man maintains a polished armor of mystery. Practicing this is harder than it sounds. It requires you to sit with discomfort. It requires you to look someone in the eye while the silence stretches out, resisting the urge to fidget, to look at your phone, or to offer a nervous laugh. But once you master those 5 seconds, you will find that the world begins to move at your pace. You will find that people start asking for your opinion more often, and they listen more intently when you give it. You will find that conflicts de-escalate because you refuse to provide the fuel of a reactive response. Next time you are in a high-pressure situation, a job interview where the recruiter is staring at you, a negotiation where the price is too high, or a personal argument where emotions are boiling over, give yourself the gift of the pause. Count to 5. Breathe. Watch the other person's body language as they struggle with the quiet you've created. Realize that you don't owe the world an instant response. You are the master of your own timeline. Winning isn't about having the last word. It's about having the most effective word, and those words are only found in the stillness. The secret to winning isn't in the noise you make. It is in the power you gather while you say nothing at all. Stop talking. Start winning.